All right, how's it going, everybody? We are going to lesson 4, shapes and randomization. What we're going to be doing is drawing on your past skills, and now we're going to add width and height of different shapes. That would be the ellipse and the rectangle. An ellipse, you should know, is anything that is a circular, not circle, but circular, ovals and that sort of thing in there. They look like circles, and they widen out and lengthen and all that. Versus a rectangle, which you guys know, a square is a rectangle, and then it just gets bigger, and we can go tiny and that sort of thing. You guys know what random numbers are, and random numbers you're going to be learning about. You make it choose between different numbers. I think one of the most important things we need to learn, though, is parameter. It's an extra piece of information passed to a function to customize it for a specific need. So if you were to give a background a color, that would be an extra piece of information to the background to customize it. Any ellipse, if you wanted to put it at 20 or 50, 50 for X and Y, and then your width, you wanted to make it really wide and you wanted to make it really tall or not tall at all, those are parameters. It's what characteristics you give to the code. And for random number, it'd be like choose a random number between 170 and 180. That is a random number. So that's what we got for parameters and what parameters means. Something I want to remind you, or not remind you, but teach you right now, it's kind of a little rhyme, so you know where to put in your numbers. So each ellipse and rectangles have a 4 parameters. You go X, Y, wide, high. See, it kind of rhymes. X, Y, wide, high. X, Y, Y, high. X, Y, wide, high. Say it with me now. Ready? And X, Y, wide, high. X, Y, wide, high. X, Y, wide, high. X, Y, wide, high. It's a rhyme. Get it? Woo! All right. Let's move on. So those are the types of parameters you have here. You've got color, X, Y, wide, high. Rectangle, X, Y, wide, high. There was the ellipse, and then random numbers. Let's move on. All right, in this particular part of the lesson, you're going to, first of all, just like the website, you're going to read the top right here. Read what it says, and then you're going to do this. Look at the code and try to figure out how the last 2 inputs in rectangle work. Change the numbers in the second rectangle to make the red one longer than the blue one. Okay? So right here I have it right, but what I need to do is go to version history. I can start over so I can be where you are. So run. Look at that. The blue is longer than the red. Ah, no wonder. X, Y, wide, high. Wide, it's 100 wide, just like that, and 200 long. So what if I change this to 100 and change this to 200? So I got the red of the X is X, Y. It's 100 wide and 200 high. Let's check it out. Run it. Ooh. Not how I want it to look. So we can change it again. Let's change it to it's almost at the bottom over here. Look, if you look at the red on the right, it's almost to the bottom. So I'm going to go 300. And then the blue one is like 50 shorter, so I'm going to change that to 250. Reset, run. All right, I went way down this time. Ooh. So probably don't need to go that long, but make sure yours, I'm going to change this to 250. So what this is saying is, this isn't saying it's going to go down to 300. It's saying that it's going to go 300 or now 250 long. And I'm going to change this one to 200. Reset, run, there we go. See that? Okay. All right. So next, click finish once you get that. Okay. Oh my gosh, that scared me. Finish, continue. Now we got to make this shape here. It's an orange looking egg with a sideways green egg inside of it. Green eggs and ham. Ooh. So, and we have only the code for the green. How are we going to do this? So, write code that makes an orange ellipse behind the green one. If you want to pause right now, you can go ahead and give that a try. Pause that. Pause. The question I will pose to you before you do pause, how does the green get in front of the orange? Do you remember from lesson 2 where we were placing rectangles and ellipses on the grid? There's the grid. So right now this goes, Go ahead and pause and try and figure this out. All right, now that you've paused it, so I'm going to see if I'm going to go with you here. Now, it's really important, if you didn't pause it and you're just trying to get it done, let's think about why you're doing this. You really want to learn how to do this because it gets hard if you do. It gets very difficult if you just kind of slough it off and not do anything. But let's go with, so look at here. Green comes before the XY wide high. XY wide high. Green comes before that. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go orange. Okay. And I'm gonna make an ellipse. Orange ellipse. So this is 200 wide. There's 100, there's 100, and 150 tall. So, and over here, look, it just goes, where's the center? X. The center of the ellipse is always in the middle. Okay, so we're going to change this to 200, 200, and we're going to make it, instead of 200 wide, let's make it 250 wide. And super tall. How tall is that? 300? Let's give it a try. Try 300. Ooh, that looks like a decent shape. It's a little bit wider. Where did our green thing go? Do you know where the green ellipse went? It's here. That's right. We need to make sure that we place it under. Look how I do this. I'm going to choose whatever shape is first is in the back. Whatever shape is second or third or fourth, it cuts closer and closer to us. So I'm going to lasso these. I'm going to click down, choose these two, and move them both here. Let go, reset, run. Look at that. What do you think? Is it tall enough? I agree. It's not tall enough. So why don't we do X, Y, oh, orange. X, Y, wide. Let's change this to 350. Reset, run. That looks better. It's a little bit more wide there. Gets taller. It's up to you. If you wanted to be 300, the point is you're getting how to change the X, Y, wide and high. Click finish. Continue. All right. So do this, run the code to see the background work. Run. Look at that. We got yellow background, blue fill, purple. Change the background from yellow to orange. Let's change the background. Orange. You do this too. Don't just watch me. I'll be able to tell if you did this or not. I'll be keeping track. Oh, look, it's orange now. And then it says challenge. There is a purple square that is covered up by the background. Can you change the order of the code so that you can see both the purple and the blue squares? Well, remember on that last bubble right here, we had the green was covered up by the orange. Well, why was that? How did we fix that? We moved the green down. So if we go to number 4, you run it. What if we move the purple down? If we move that down here, what do you think will happen? Look at that. Wow, it's incredible. Completely incredible. So what I challenge you to do is continue reading the background. So I'm going to click finish, continue. Continue on. Go through shapes. Go to 5, 6. Okay. There's more parameters here. This one, use background to make the background black behind the green circle. Okay, you can do that. Then go to number 6. Make sure you click continue. And look, there's something wrong with this picture. How do we make the green ground? The sun's in the right place. How do we make this go? I'll give you a hint. Draw the sky, blue background. Draw the sun, yellow. 350. 50. 50, 50. Okay. Okay, and then the graphs. Okay, X, Y, Y, wide, high. This is only 200 wide, 100 high. I wonder how we fix that. Okay, then move on to number 7. Now we got to add a cloud, a fluffy little cloud. Okay. This will be the test. Can you do this? And then I'm going to click finish. You do those. Mine wasn't right, so you need to fix it so yours is right. All right. Once again, rectangles is rect. Ellipse is the ellipse box. And we go X, Y, wide, high in the parameters. Okay, and next we're going to be moving on to, so actually, go ahead and pause it right now. Pause the video and make sure you do numbers 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7, anytime they're purple, that means they are a quiz. And we're going to be looking at those carefully to make sure that you're doing that right. And it's not to grade you necessarily, but to make sure that you are understanding what we're doing. We want to see you make progress and grow. And if you understand this quick, then great. If not, then we need to take a look at you and make sure that we clarify some challenges, clarify what is challenging you. So that is, go ahead and pause now, and then we'll move on to randomization. All right, you've had a chance to pause and do those, work on 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we're going to continue on to randomization. Now, the random number here is between 0 and 400. So let's take a look at this. I'm going to reset and run. Notice how the orange ball or ellipse is going, it's staying on the same parallel and just changing the x. Okay, it's because we said the x would be 0, the x would be a random number between 0 and 400. That's why it's moving. It moves between 0 and 400x, but the y always stays the same. That's why it's on that same parallel. And the y happens to be 200. Watch what happens if we change this to 100. What do you think will happen? That's right. It's going to move up, and it's going to stay on that same line. I just did that to show you what happens. We need to go back, put this at 200. And the size of the ellipse is 50 by 50. Okay, if we change this to 100, that's going to change how wide it is, right? Okay, we don't want that. We want it 50. Okay. And if we, what's this going to change it? Remember, x, y, wide, high. Yes, it's going to make it tall. So let's change that back to 50. Okay, so change the numbers inside the random number a few times. See what happens. Okay, if we do this, what if we change this to 50 to 400? So now what happens is, what? Yes, it'll choose a random number between 50 and 400. It will never move close to the edge on the left side. It'll get close, but it'll never touch the edge. That's as far as it will go. So if we show a grid right here, the closest that ellipse will come is right here, 50. That's as close as it can get. All right, so knowing that, we're going to move on. Okay, here's the same sun from last time. Now only the x-coordinate is random, but you can make the y-coordinate random too. How do you do that? Well, go to math, and you take this, put it inside. Now the x is random between 0 and 400, and the y will be random between 1 and 10. I'm not going to move around much. Okay, but if we change this between 1, and 400, everywhere. See that? Okay, now you play with it. Okay, and then I'd like to see you do number 11, which is, look, it's got a purple check, and number 12. Okay, so what you should do is end up with a caterpillar that has these circles, green, blue, and purple, and it will bounce around, but without falling apart. So there should never be space in between them. They could just go up and down, up and down, up and down. And then look at the challenge. Can you make the size of some of the circles random too? I wonder if you can. Now, if you have a concern with this, if you're like, ooh, this is too challenging, I don't know how to do this, look at the pattern here. So 1, the red, the x is 100, the y is a random number between 190 and 210, and then the wide is 50 and the high is 50. Look at the orange. 140, 190 to do 10, just like the last one.